coming in late as well. Okay, so here is our second lower mobility class today. We're going to work on our hip mobility ahead of the lower mobility program starting on Monday. If everyone can start seated in an easy seat, so this is officially called an easy seat. If this is uncomfortable for you, I'm actually going to grab some blocks myself. So if this is not comfortable for you on your knees, for example, you can also sit on a block, and that will give some of that tension relief. If you don't have a block, you can use books as well, or sort of like sturdy pillows. So we're going to start seated in an easy seat. You can place your hands on your knees, and we're going to make dancing lying circles. So you're moving your upper body over your hips. Now, I think everyone who's taking class with me knows this is usually how I start. They're just really nice to sort of feel your body, where you're at today. You're breathing in when you go to the front and breathing out when you go to the back. Really try to use your spine in here. And by using your spine, I mean you can tilt your pelvis to the front. You can tilt it to the back, tilt it, sort of your sit bone under, your sit bone away from you. Let's reverse the movement. And again, there's no right or wrong in doing this. I just want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel your body. You might feel a bit stiff or maybe not. And we're going to come back to center. Place your right hand on your left knee, your left hand behind you. You can place your hands on fingertips if you want. Prop yourself up straight and use that hand on your knee to twist to the sides. And then you can also opt to look back to intensify the stretch. Come out of it first. Move your head forward and then the rest of your body. Let's do the other side. So right hand, left hand, right knee, right hand behind, and push your shoulders to the side. I can feel that I'm a bit stiffer on this side today for some reason. You might feel that imbalance as well. That's okay. Just acknowledge that it's there. No judgment. Now move your head forward and then release the rest of your body. Okay, we're going to start warming up our hips, and before doing that, we're going to come to standing. So right now what we're doing mostly passive stretches in the beginning to warm up. They're mostly a little bit dynamic, but they can also be still. Stand on your mat, feet hips distance apart. And we're going to roll down a couple of times from our head. So we're going to start with our head going down, and then you want to curve your spine vertebrae by vertebrae. So you can do it very slowly, and it's very hard to isolate it, but really try to focus on trying to do that. And again, it is hard, but one of the things that we're trying to do is reconnect our brain and our bodies. And now start again, we're going to come up, and we're starting from the hips, so tilt your pelvis and then go vertebrae by vertebrae. And then exhale, go down again, curve. Start with your head, then your shoulder blades. And really make this a, how do you call it? Intentional move. And when you're at your deepest, start from the hips again. Up. And now the last time we're going to go down, we're going to stay down. When you're down, I want you to check where your belly is. So if your belly isn't touching your upper legs, bend your knees so that your belly can touch your quads. Relax your head and sway from side to side. From here, you can place your hands on the mat if you're able to do so, and heel toe your feet out to the edges of the mat. My feet are pointing away, so a little bit like dog legs. From here, bend down to a yogi squat. If you have troubles putting your heels down in this position, you can put blocks under it. If that's too high, you can also roll up your mat. And that might make it a bit more comfortable to sit in. From here, I'm gonna change around just so that everyone can better see me. From here, place your hands, so my arms are gonna be in between my knees, my hands are gonna be in prayer. I'm gonna let my knees fall in a little bit. I'm gonna push them out with my arms, and then you let them fall in again. So they might not go out a lot, that's fine. Just do this a couple of times to warm up our hips. Great work, everyone. Okay, from here, we're going to keep our arm in between. So I'm placing my shoulder closer to my knee. So my right shoulder, right knee, left hand, left knee. I'm placing my left hand on my left knee, and I'm pushing my leg away as far as I can. So that might be a very small movement. That's okay. And you push it away and you let it fall back. So again, a bit of this pumping movement. Pumps. Yeah, this is okay. Good enough. Oh, I see it on falling over. Really, if you can curl your mat under your heels, that might give you a bit more space. Okay, last one, we're going to hold out and back, other sides. And so it can be very tiring to be in a low squat, right? So if you at any moment need to get out of the squat, get out of the squats. And hold the last one. Nona, you want to ask something? Or?
No, I was just trying to make your video bigger because it's really hard to see what you're doing. I'm trying to see. I'm not really following what's happening, so just trying to make your video bigger so I can see you and not me.
Questions anytime you need to. Okay, from here, you're going to place your hands on the mat in front of you. You can place them on the fingertips, and you're going to come up into a forward fold and back into a squat. So forward fold, squat. Forward fold, squat. And this a couple of times again to get the blood moving around in our body. Now the last one, you're going to stay up in a forward fold. I'm turning around so everyone can see it. And again, you're going to try to place your belly on your upper legs. If you cannot do that with straight legs, most people cannot, bend them. And maybe you have to bend them like here. That's fine. Now from here, what you're going to try to do, you keep one leg bent, and you're going to straighten the other one. And then bend and straighten the opposite leg. So straighten them as much as you can. It might not be completely straight. That's fine. You can have your hands wherever you want them to be. And this is a movement that you will probably feel in your hamstrings. We're warming up our hamstrings right now through dynamic movements. Okay, 1 second. You guys can come out of the forward fold. Shake it out. I'm going to open the door. I need a buffer for this. Okay, we're going to come down seated on the mat again. And we're going to sit in a figure 4. What does that mean? My front leg is in a 90-degree position. See, it's in a 90 degrees. It's flush with my hip. My shin is flush with the other, with the front side of your mat. Same for your back leg. So my back leg, my knee is flush basically with my foot. Yeah, my quads are flush, are exactly at the same angle as my front shin is. My back leg is straight. Beautiful, everyone. And it's a bit of a hard one to set up in. Now, often what happens is that we turn our upper body and our hips sort of in the center, but we don't want that. We want to try to bring our full upper body facing our front knee. What we're going to do from here is we're going to do sort of crunches. And by crunches, I mean we're going to try to lower down to our front as much as we can. If this is hard, you can also place your fingers on the ground. That will also help you keep your upper body straight. Check. Okay, great. Yeah, I'll open the door in a second. Now, we're going to stay in this position. But what we're going to do is we're going to try to lift our back foot up from the mat. You're going to lift it up and back down. Now, if this doesn't move up at all, that's fine. Just the energy of trying to move it up will help. Just a couple of times. And you're trying to keep your upper body as still as possible, but it's okay if it moves. Yeah, especially since we're just starting out with these. Now hold that last one, hold it up in the air as much as you can, for as long as you can. You probably feel it in your hips here, you might even feel it here, you might also feel it in the front here. And let go. Great. Now we're gonna move our knee up. And again, what you're trying to do, you don't have to move your body with that movement, you're really trying to keep your upper body as still as possible. So these are the mobility drills where we're using strength to work on our active flexibility. Okay, let's hold that last one up for as long as you can. And again, the energy of just holding it up, so it doesn't even have to lift, is already a really, really good drill. And relax. Now from here, place your hands behind you and windshield wiper your knees, your legs from side to side. Just to nicely open up our hips after the intensity. And we're going to move to the other side. So we're going to turn our bodies over to the other side and we're going to do the same drills. These kind of drills are going to be very common in the lower body mobility work. So again, so this is my bad side. We don't say bad, but this is my less flexible side. I don't have really good external rotation on this side with my right leg. So it's hard. No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. You can grab a mat. We have people online. I hope everyone can still hear me well. Oh. Okay, yeah, I realized it. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to come into the figure 4 position. And again, like I said, this is a bit my bad side. You might also feel the same. So really try to bring your upper body over your front knee. And we're going to make these crunches up and down. Again, you can use your hands. I have a question. This is a place, sorry, this is a place where people walk through sometimes because they live there, they have a kitchen there. So we have this agreement that we can do it here, but we need to keep a walking space for them. So we're doing these crunches, a couple more. Yeah, beautiful, Santa. Okay, and come back up. Now we're going to do the same as we did on the other side. We're going to try to lift our back foot. You can try to keep your upper body over your knee and try to lift that foot up. Make sure that your knee is not going in. Really try to keep that 90 degrees in your back leg as well. If you're not able, so Rona, look at your foot. Try to keep it straight. Yes, beautiful. So yes, sometimes we have people online and in person. And hold that last one up. Hold it for as long as you can. Beautiful. Now, like with the other side, we're going to lift this knee up and try to lift it up without moving your upper body. And now hold that leg up for as long as you can. Beautiful. Place your hands behind you and windshield wiper just in a relaxing way. You can use your hips in this. You can move them side to side, whatever feels good. Just to give our hips some release. Great. We're going to continue with our active mobility drills, and we're going to come into a tabletop. So tabletop, hands and knees. Try to make sure that your shoulders are over your elbows, that you're not here. Yeah, you can see me. So I did this. We had a bigger group the other day as well. We had a bigger group. I hope. Yeah. Well, this should also hopefully help. Everyone at home can see me too. Yeah. From here, you're gonna bring your knee in, so you can choose which leg you start with, as much as you can to your belly. Yes, beautiful. Rotate it out to the side. Rotate it back up and back in. So we're gonna make these circles. Now I want you to focus on your hips. You really want to have this movement coming from the joint. So not moving like this, but really trying to isolate the movement. Great. And let's reverse. So first we're going to go back, we're going to go to the side, and now we're bringing our leg back in. One more round. Beautiful work, everyone. And take it down. Other side. Bring your leg, your knee in as close as you can to your upper body, to the side, up, and in. Side, up, and in. So really concentrate on where that movement is coming from. Reverse. And last one. Okay, you can place your feet down, sitting on your shins for a second. So the drills we work on right now, after the little warm up, were really active mobility drills. So you're really focusing on where's the movement coming from. Let's since it's lower body, we're going to also work a little bit on our feet. So you can place your hands a little bit behind you and try to lift your knees up. If your knees don't lift up, that's fine. If it's easy, take your hands up. Now we're also using a little bit forward. If that's easy, you can place your hands all the way up. And then you're also using forward. If your legs are not going up or it's really uncomfortable, go out of it for a second, tap your feet, and get back into it. Beautiful work on that. And place your feet back down, and we're going to curl our feet under. So curl your toes under, go sit up, nice and straight. Make sure you grab your feet pinky toes, because usually they want to go under our feet. And sit up straight here. Now this is, for most people, quite uncomfortable. I've hurt myself this summer by slamming it into a wall. So I can really feel this in my toes. Beautiful. come back out, tap your feet, with the blood flowing again. We're going to work on some more active mobility drills, and this one can be quite tough, so if you can't get it at once or at all, that's fine. We're going to start, one leg, I don't know if people at home can see, one leg I have sort of clear in front of me, the other one is placed like this. You're going to try to do this without using your hands on the ground, but if you need it, you need it. You're going to come up and push. So basically, I hope people at home seem a bit confused. So one leg is on the ground. If you need to use your hands for this, please do. If not, don't, because then we're actually using more of our strength. Okay, last one. And change legs. Changing my legs around. Get ready and push yourself up. Come into a lower lunge. The further your front foot is away, the harder the move becomes. And last one. Everyone is doing so well. Great. Place your feet about mat distance apart, and you should widen them from side to side. We're not done yet with our active mobility drill. Okay. Come into a closed figure four. So it's not a real figure four. My legs are, so my foot is touching my knee. Yeah. And from here, we're going to do basically the same thing. We're going to try to come up, come down, and switch back. Like that. Yes. Okay. Great job, everyone. If you need to use your hands, it's quite an advanced one. So you have to see that from here is able to do it. Not always the case. And last one. Beautiful work, everyone. Let me actually check the time where we're at. Okay, perfect. Great. So we're now going to warm up our quads and our hamstrings a little bit more. We're going to come into a low lunge. So one foot is in front, my other foot is in the back. And here, you can have your hands on your knee a little bit. Just come a bit comfortable in it. You can move your hips from side to side a little bit. Now place your hands in the middle. So my knees on the outside. And I'm heel toeing my foot out to the side. And I bring it on my pinky edge. If this is hard for your knee, you can place something under your back knee. Now curl your back toe under, lift your foot up. Beautiful. From here, so yeah, we're all the same. Raise your left hand up and around and try to grab your back foot. Or actually I'm doing it wrong, sorry. I'm doing it wrong. So your inner hand, sorry, sorry, I made a mistake. I do this drill every day. Okay, if you can grab your back foot, push into your foot to open your shoulders more. And now on your next exhale, try to bring your back foot as close to your butt as possible. Inhale, push into that hand. Great job, everyone. Exhale, bring your foot close to your bum. And Hans, this is what you look exactly like what I looked like when I started, so you're doing a really, really good job. 2 years ago, I was where you were at. And push into your hands again. Now slowly release that back foot. Beautiful. Now from here, we're going to change the side. So first, we're going to come into our low lunge. On our other side, and sort of feel our hips. This is not doing really anything in terms of like building flexibility, but it sort of prepares us for the drill that we're going to do. Great. Now place your hands in between, heel toe your foot, front foot out to the side, and let it rest on the side, on the pinky toe side. To be fair, you don't have to do that, but it will probably give you more open, more space. Now curl your back toe under and lift your foot up. Now from here, bring your middle hands, the hands in the middle and the center over and around, and grab your back foot. When you are ready, you'll probably notice a difference as well, but when you're ready, push through that hand and open your shoulders up as much as you can. Keep breathing here. And on your next exhale, bring your back foot to your bum as close as you can. And even if it's a micro movement, it's a movement. If you can't grab the foot, you can use a strap or something, or you can come into it with a smaller stance. You see, it will be more heavy, probably on your quads. And slowly release. Great job, everyone. Come up to standing. Shake your legs out. So this is one of the best exercises to work on your quad flexibility. There are not a lot of them, so definitely something you want to add in to your exercises. We're going to work a little bit on our adductors. So come into a wide press forward fold. So you can place your feet actually in. This might give you more stability. From here, we're going to come down into a forward fold from our hips. So move your pelvis first. And then go down with a straight back as far as you can. Now you see with me what's happening. I'm pushing my butt back. I don't want to do that. No, you want to just, you want to have the weight really distributed of all four parts of your feet. Now, once you cannot go any further with a straight back, come down with your lower. Yeah. And we're gonna hang out a little bit. You can swing it from side to side. You want to intensify the stretch, you can opt to stretch your hands through your feet and sort of walk your hands a bit further. If you can, that's fine. You don't have to do this. Just hanging out here is already very nice. Great. Okay. Now we're going to come up and we're going to use our strength to do this. So you're going to place your hands on your hips. You're going to straighten out your back as much as you can, and you're going to lead from the head. Leading from the head up. Just stand. Beautiful work, everyone. Now you can shake out your feet a little bit because we're going to come back into this wide-legged stance. It might be nice to just shake them a bit. This time, my feet are pointing out. And I'm going to bend my knees, and I'm going to make sure my shoulders and my hips stay over each other. So, I see everyone here. I used to do this too. People do this. Yeah. Really think about your hips, your pelvis not rotating out. But should it like this? Yes. Yes. Perfect. And from here, already being in this pose is really hard. We're going to try to make little bounces, nothing too heavy. Think about your knees over your toes. You don't want your knees to fall in. You can place your hands on your knees if that feels good. You can also have them in front of you, makes it a bit harder. And come back up. Shake out your legs. You don't have to do this, but I like it. So one of the things that I want everyone to do You need to take a break, or you're trying after an exercise and your body wants to do something, let your body do this. We're going to move to our hamstrings. I think for everyone, it'd be good to have blocks. If you're at home and you don't have blocks, that's fine. Like, you can also use books. It's not necessary. I'm seated on the mat, or seated. We're going to do a runner stretch. Now, a runner stretch in yoga and in other exercises usually is a passive stretch, but we're going to make it an active stretch. So you're going to set up for the placing blocks. Again, you don't have to do quick blocks. If you have blocks, I prefer to start with blocks. If you don't have them at home, you can set up like this as well. If you have blocks, place the blocks next to your knee. From here, there's a few things that I want you to focus on. A lot of people will have their hips open, square your hips. So bring that front hip a little bit back, really good adjustment. Keep a straight lower and upper back as much as you can. Press your back foot into the mat. Bring your toes towards you, especially think about pinky toe towards you. And now start pulling your heel towards your knee. So there's no movement. We're pulling our heel towards our knee. And you're pulling with all the strength that you have. Engage your glutes. And it should be very, very intense. I'm starting to shake. Keep breathing. And relax. Passively fold over your legs. So this is a really, really good exercise to work on your hamstrings. The flexibility and strength of your hamstrings. Okay, we're going to do this again. Set up for it. Straighten your entire spine as much as you can. Flex your feet. Bring your pinky toe towards your upper body and start pulling your heel towards you. I feel this in my quads. I feel it in my glutes. I feel it in my calves. Keep breathing here. You might start shaking. Think belly button to spine, so you'll activate your core. And relax. Fold over to it. Beautiful. Now I saw something doing a really cool drill that I also sometimes do. So let's do it. I have a plan for it, although I do work a lot on our hip flexor strength. Again, sit up straight, but this time you can push into the blocks to give you more space. I'm going to try to lift that foot and back down. And again, if it's just a little bit of energy, if it just hardly goes up, that's fine. Try to lock your knee in. Great job. And we're going to do it one more time. Again, the lower you are, the harder this is, right? So, okay. And let's change our legs. Whew. And you should probably feel that a lot in your quads. But what this is, of course, this is a quad exercise as well, where it really focuses on your hip flexor. Often this is a problem with a lot of people. We have weak hip flexors because we sit all day. So our hip flexors become very tight and very weak. Let's do our other legs. Set up for it, coming to your running stretch. And also I want to say, at any point it's too hard, you need to take a break, please take a break, yeah? We're all at different parts in our life. Straighten your spine as much as you can. Push the back foot into the mat and start pulling your heel towards your knee. My mat is even moving. That's how much stress I'm putting on it. Engage your glutes. Belly button to spine. Keep breathing. And relax over your legs. Now you might feel that you have different kinds of flexibility on either side. I'm moving my hips now between side to side because it's so big. You can do that if you don't have to. You will notice also these imbalances in your own body. And just acknowledge it. Know it's there. Okay, next round, let's sit up. Prepare for it. Straight spine, straight lower back. Beautiful, everyone. Push that back foot into the mat and pull your toes towards you. Keep breathing, engage your glutes. Don't forget about those butt muscles. Breathing in and out. I'm really shaking right now. How much power I'm putting into it. Looks so simple, but it's so hard. And we're left over your leg. Again, moving my hips here, but from side to side. Just because it feels good, but you don't have to do that. Just move however you feel like. Okay, now come up again, stretching to the blocks if you have blocks. And let's start lifting the leg up a couple of times. Try to lock your knee in. Great job, everyone. Oh, how hard this is when you never do it. Even if you can't lift it, just the idea of lifting it, ooh, it's already putting the right kind of energy in it. Let's come out of this. Beautiful work, everyone. So we've now already gone over several different parts of our lower body. So if we want to create more space in our lower body, for example, we want to touch down in the split, we want a pancake, you need to work on all these different aspects. So we work on the active rotation of our hip joints. We work on the flexibility and strength of our quads and of our hamstrings and of our adductors. But, I mean, there's thousands and thousands of drills you can do. This is, of course, a nice combination of combining everything. We're going to continue with a pigeon drill. Now, for those of you who don't know what pigeon is, let's try to. One leg, I'm bringing my leg up in front around me, placing it down on the ground. And I'm straightening my back leg behind me. So, out of my toes. So you're sitting like this. Yeah. Well, what do you call it? I dug my toe into the wood. So my toenail hurts a bit now. If you cannot get your butt on the ground because you want to keep your hips squared, you can grab a block and put it under your hips to give you more stability. If not, you can also do it without block, and you're just lifted a bit higher because we're just going to sit here with our heads in front of us. What we're going to do is we're going to make waves over our front legs. So we're going to go down to the ground and push ourselves back up. So I'm here, my head is going left. Both sides, I'm moving my head left. And last one, you're going to stay down. You can place your hands in front of you with your head on it. You can also place them out straight, whatever feels good. Now, this can be quite a intense pose on the hips. So try to breathe through any discomfort that you might be feeling. And breathe in and out through your nose. Okay, prop yourself up to seated. And what we're going to do now is again, a hip flexion drill. So to make sure everyone can see me. You're going to come down to really sitting on your bum on the side. Then you're going to lift your back leg up. And you're going to move it around to the front. If you need to use your hands for this, that's fine. And then we're going to move it back. Sit up straight. And come to your bum. Lift the back leg up. And move to the front. And making a couple of these circles. Great job, everyone at home as well. And last one. Beautiful. Now we're going to just switch positions. So switch your leg. So on this side for me, you know, I'm less flexible, so I'm up a little bit. The closer you have your foot to you, the easier it most likely will be. And let's make these waves. So then come down and pushing yourself back. One more. And then we're going to stay down. And again, you can place your hands in front of you, maybe put your head on it if that's accessible to you. Might be nice. And breathe in and out here. What I want you to do is breathe to the places where you feel the discomfort. So for me, if everyone is slightly different, for me, it's really, I feel this a lot in my glutes, on my front leg. And I want to say it's comfortable. I don't enjoy being in this pose. But you can sort of mitigate for that by the way that you're breathing. So breathe in and out through your nose into your belly. And also try to focus on if you hold tension anywhere else. For example, maybe you're holding tension in your jaw. Try to relax. From here, we're propping ourselves back up to seated, and we're going to do the same drill we did on the other side. So you're going to go land your butt on the side. You're going to lift the back foot up and bring it to the front. And back. Sit back up and back down. And a couple of these. Try to keep your knee as straight as possible. I know how hard it is, but try to think about that. And last one. Great. From here, come to your bum and come into a straddle, meaning wide-legged seat. I'm going to sit like this for now. I want you to focus on your pelvis. If your lower back is rounding like this, try to sit on something higher. I think everyone here is good. Sit up as straight as you can, shoulders over hips, and start engaging your legs so that you can flex them or you can point them, whatever it is you want. It's not important how wide your legs are here, but engage them. And now we're going to try to bring our chest forward. So the movement is going to come from our hips. Try to make this movement. You can have your hands everywhere you want. I personally like this because I know that I'm leaving my chest there. The movement can be very small, but I really want to isolate is coming from the hips. Couple more. Great. Okay, come back up to seated now. Bring your upper body to your foot, whichever foot you want. We're going to do the same thing here. So you're going to bring your chest to the other side. Try to keep your shoulders nice and open. Yeah, maybe this works, or maybe holding your shoulders works so you can keep an open chest, whatever feels good. Now from here, see if you can reach your toes. Maybe you can, maybe you won't. You can just sit there still a bit. You can pull your upper body a bit more down if you want to. Great. Come back up to seated. We're going to do the other side. So my upper body is going to go to the other side of the room in the direction of my foot. And I'm really just again trying to make a move from my hips. Don't forget about engaging your feet and your legs. Don't let them relax. Let's keep them engaged. Come to. And last one, see again, can you hold, can you touch your toe if you want? You can maybe pull your upper body a bit closer to it. Don't have to. I know this is hard. These are my nemesis, not my nemesis, but I'm not good at these. But I got a lot better, of course, than I got. Like a lot better. Okay, we're gonna stay seated here. You're gonna bring one hand over and your other hand. So I'm bringing my left hand up and my right hand sort of in the middle. And I'm bringing my upper body to the side. Now, if you want, you can grab your toe and turn like this. If not, stay up here. Yeah, just don't do this. Yeah, beautiful work, everyone. Really, really good. Really, really good. And let's go to the other side. So my left hand is inside, right hand is up and over. Again, if you're there, you can move it up. Otherwise, just fold it. Breathing and come out of it. Now shake your legs out. And shake them also from side to side. Beautiful. Now we're gonna continue with some forward fold, straight-legged forward fold exercises. So again, you're gonna try and sit up as straight as possible with your legs in front of you straight. And so I can already tell here, I want the people here in the room to grab a block and sit on it. Because if you want to create space, you really want to be able to sit with a straight back. Yes, beautiful. So the blocks and everything here, they're here to help us. So if you are leaning slightly back because you can't make that angle, that's fine. Now start pulling your toes towards you, and we're going to do the same thing. So you're going to keep a very nice straight upper body, and you want to move forward by only moving your hips. Keep your feet engaged. Try to lock your knees in if you can. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to come off the block. You're going to bring your legs in close to you. And just check the side. I think we're good. Yes, we're good. Great. Now you're going to bring your arms around your legs, close to your knees, and then you're going to walk your feet in as close as you can. You're going to hold on. You're going to really push your upper legs to your body as much as you can. Now lift one leg up and back down, and let's do the other leg. You might not be able to straighten them, and that's normal because we are testing here our hamstrings. This is, well, one is a compression exercise, but it really works on our hamstring flexibility. That helps with things like forward folds and splits. Two more. Okay, place your feet flat on the ground, but keep on holding on. So you really want to keep it as tight as you can. Now walk your feet out, but don't lose that compression between your belly and your upper legs. So you're going to walk them out as far as you can by holding this compression. If you are losing it, walk it more in. Walk it a little bit more in. Yes, your two hands. And again, hold on really tight to your hamstrings and slowly walk them as far as you can. Yeah. So you might be down on the ground, or maybe not. If you can't hold this, don't do it. Yeah, and just stay up here. And you'll probably feel this in your hamstrings as well. Hamstrings are one reason that we can forward fold. They're not the only muscles that are at play here. Our glutes are at play here as well. Okay, and walk yourself back up. Place your hands behind your feet, hips mat distance apart, and windshield the bicycle down from side to side. Great. We're going to do the windshield wiper again, but this time we're not going to move our upper body in it. We're going to keep both our sit bones on the mat, and we're going to only keep both sit bones on the mat,
You see, only thing that is moving are my legs. So they go lefty. Really try to keep your hips as still as possible. Beautiful, everyone. And so we're only moving. Great job, everyone. Good. Now we're going to sit in a butterfly, meaning our feet are together. You can have them as far away from your groin as is comfortable for you. You might want them farther, you might want them closer, wherever feels good. You can hold your ankles or you can interlace your hands around your feet. You're going to sit up straight. So I'm going to really pull my chest to my shoulders. And from here, I'm going to push with my own strength, my knees to the ground. So I'm pulling my knees to the ground as much as I can. And again, I might start shaking here. That's normal. Try to keep a nice straight spine. Yes, beautiful. Great job, Hans. Great job at home, everyone. Keep breathing. Really pull, 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 pull those knees down. And relax. Now we're going to do the opposite thing. We are going to place our hands on our knees, but we're not going to push our knees down. What we're going to do is we're going to push with our knees into our hands, and our hands are going to stop it. So you're going to pull your knees up, but your hands won't allow it. Keep breathing here as well. Push as hard as you can. Keep breathing. Beautiful job, everyone. People shaking, that's good. That's what we want. We want shaking. It means we're working. And relax, and you can shake them out a little bit, or we can opt to forward fold over our hips. And here you can place your hands out if you want, or not. And breathe in and out through your nose. And push yourself back up to seated. Bring your feet out in front of you for some easy and nice country wipers. You'll see me doing this a lot because a lot of the work we're doing is focused on hip flexors and hip flexors. Like I said, we don't use them a lot, so these movements are really nice for them to open up. Now coming to a seat that is comfortable for you. It can be an easy seat or loaded if you're that flexible in your hips. I am definitely not yet. I have a very tight hip muscle here. So this class is sort of an introduction into the program that I'll be doing. There are a lot of these drills will come back, but we'll also introduce a lot of new drills. And depending on what your goal is, that's what we'll work towards. And we'll definitely work towards what we'll do with the first pass for all the students is we're going to test where our flexibility is. So we'll do a front split, we'll do a middle split, we'll do a pancake, and we'll make pictures of this for you at home, half. And then you can check your progress. The reason is your goal might not be to do a split, but they are very good indicators to show yourself how you're progressing. When I started working out, I've never in my life been able to do a split in my whole life, not as a child. But with these exercises, I was able to touch down on one side in the front split in 2 months. So they do really, really, really help. Like that was like exceptional, of course, but for everyone, the process is going to be longer or shorter. I know people who can just sit down in a split. I'm pretty sure, for example, Sarah, my other student that most of you know, she'll probably be going down in a split very, very soon with this program. But she's also been working with me a bit longer already on the flexibility. Yeah, so that was class for today. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I'm going to stop the recording now, but I won't leave the Zoom meeting yet if people have questions. And stop the recording.